Yes, it's me, Market Vendor here again today. Well, last evening I was watching the Prime Minister of Barbados, the Honourable Mayor Amor Mottley, and the announcement of the Cabinet. I got to tell you once again that the lady come with innovation. Let me tell you something. I was really and thoroughly, truly impressed. Now, you've been saying for a long time, people, a deputy essential, and we need a deputy. Well, for the first time in a long time, you got a deputy prime minister in Barbados, ain't it now? Yes. So your wish has been granted in that regard, and we want to congratulate Cynthia Bradshaw for becoming the deputy prime minister of Barbados. Senior minister, yes, you're going to have 3 senior ministers too as well. So that's sure that, beginning to strategize as to how the work going to get spread about and that kind of stuff and so on. Yes. And then you're going to have a chief of staff in the office of the prime minister. Now that makes sense. Because, Boris got chief of staff, Biden got chief of staff, the big boys have got chief of staff, so we should have one too as well, because the chief of staff will help to, do some of the heavy lifting, particularly in the area of communications, and as the PM said, everybody wants the Prime Minister's office to be able to get them answers on things. Yes, I like that too as well. And the Prime Minister got the right to choose who can be in the cabinet. It's a smaller cabinet than last time, but it's streamlined along certain lines and so on. Some people get reappointed and some may have decided, well, let me stand down for the time being, as in the case of Cynthia Ford. An interesting combination, ain't it now? I like the idea too, that if you're 18 and you could vote, you should be able to represent and be able to stand up in the parliament. And the idea that young Mr. Waller wants those changes have taken place, let me tell you something. That young man real brilliant. He understands the thing and he is wise beyond his years. If he's only 18, let me tell you something. I listened to these a couple of times on talk shows and I got to tell you, I'm really impressed. I met him when he was a little boy, about 11 years old, and I was impressed then. Even more impressed now. He is definitely a young man for the future. So blood them early. You understand? Let them participate. Let young people have a voice too as well in the Parliament of Barbados, in the Senate. Yes, and there's some other innovations that we went through. I had to go back and watch it a second time to make sure I understand all of the points. Because, market a little slow. So I can't take in all of that one time. You hear what that, PM? Congratulations too to the senators who have been reappointed and to those who have been, well, the new ones who have come into as well. Make for interesting times, ain't it now? And the Prime Minister left the door open once again for opposition parties to participate in the parliamentary democracy of Barbados by being members of the Senate. I hope this time around that the opposition parties, and notice she said parties and not party. You understand? Party is what you and I will have at our homes on a weekend. Well, in other times where you could have them. Parties being the opposition parties who participated. So let us hope that the opposition parties will take advantage of what is being offered to them to have a voice in the Parliament of Barbados through the Senate. I'm only a market vendor. Unlike the chief of staff thing though, congratulations to Mr. Jonathan Reed. He's a sharp cookie, let me tell you. One of the sharpest in the tool shed. Here we're market telling you. So all in all, we seem set for a good 5-year parliamentary term. It looked to me like the government got the work cut out and they understand that. Market, go for now, but you have a blessed and a wonderful day. And I know some people going to have a lot to say, others will have little to say. Market satisfied with market here. I go on for now. Have a blessed and a wonderful day. You hear?